In the traders war room, warring with the market every day we on Zoom. Never gon' quit, ain't no way we gon' lose. I done made a profit and it's way before noon. Way to go, dude, come and learn how to trade stocks. We rentless with the attack when this thing pop. We market warriors.
At the end of the video, check out some products and services Traders War Room has available.
Back to the basics. The 60/40 portfolio is making a comeback as the go-to for investment strategy. The standard is 60% stocks, 40% bonds, and is a long-term strategy. Google hits a settlement in their antitrust suit. Google will pay $700 million and revamp its Play App Store to allow for greater competition. Google will pay $630 million into a settlement fund for consumers and $70 million into a fund that will be used by states, according to the settlement. U.S. regulators flagged commercial real estate market as a leading risk to financial stability in 2024. Rising vacancy rates, declining values of office properties, high interest rates, and the possibility of an economic slowdown. You can see by these pictures that space is ready but not fill.
So, going over the trends, just understand, man, the whole market just fell apart today. And we were riding on high, but basically going into buyer's exhaustion and people profit taking. So, as we're looking at these, just understand that heat map, everything pretty much was in the red by the end of the day. And then we're looking at a few areas that had some green, but not very much. Going into the biggest gainers, you can pause this and look at this, but we're looking for continuation on some of these. And if we get the bullish market, we'll see some pops and stuff like that. Some of the biggest losers, of course, we had some huge losses, FDX and a few of the other ones. We're looking for stabilization down at support or bearish continuation. When we're looking at the sector rotation, you can see we had a huge rotation coming influx, and now we're probably going to start looking for some of those monies to come out of certain sectors and back into others. Sector performance all red by the end of the day, and of course you got some insider transactions happening, and we got a few of the Congress trades going on, and then you got some of your upcoming earnings that we're all paying attention to as well. Now, trends for the options, paying attention here, white is SPY, green calls, red puts, looking at the flow, looking at the market index as an overall picture. A lot of this option data may not make sense to you. You got to pause and kind of look at it because I can't explain in this video what all this means. We got a flow timeline, looking at the different tickers and the different indexes on the flow of time. We got a dealer's diary, basically of entry and exit points, kind of a price action scanner. Top flow, you're looking at the tickers and what's making the moving and shaking as far as what's going on. We got the call chains, looking at this. I like to use this to get ideas for potential calls and puts based off of open interest and volume. Highest call volume, as of course you can imagine going into it, the VIX was on steroids today, and the highest put change, you can obviously look at that right there. Those are the ones that had the highest put volume. we're looking at the relative cheapies. These are great. Pause this and look at these. These are giving you ideas on different type of option strategies and different option plays to go ahead and pay attention to. And I like this chart here. This chart is one of those different type of flow charts that are becoming more and more popular, showing different performance areas. Sector flow for the options going on. We also got the flow premiums pushing in there. And then we got a market dashboard basically giving you a bunch of tickers and a bunch of put market dashboard as well. A lot of great information. Pause the stuff.
Remember, new way we're doing the chart section here. The first chart is going to be the 6-month chart with fib lines, and then you're going to see the chart that I break down off of the fib lines with the battle zones. Now, when we get to the charts, we keep everything the same. Purple, battle zone. Red, low target. Blue, high target. And in orange are our triggers or anything of note.
Looking at SPY, it'll be interesting to see what the market wants to do as an overall spectrum. Was it a knee-jerk reaction today, or are we definitely profit-taking and looking for that cool-down button that hits? So we'll play this by ear, follow the momentum, but also ride the wave of the trends. Going strictly off the chart, definitely looks like we have another leg to the downside as we have a low portion of volume to clear, and then we have some volume increased pressure at the lower levels. So I do see the case for another leg to the downside that has some support with volume at the lower levels. However, I would not be surprised if we bounce around these areas and see some sharp 180 reversals. The dramatic drops, finding support with dramatic increases and kind of chopping around for a little bit until we find our trend. IWM, I've been preaching for a while that we were due for a cool down. Having this sitting above 200 was just screaming, cool me down back to 198. So going strictly off the chart, I do see the case for the dump to the downside. We don't have much volume in the way before we get to the bottom level in the support zone. So I could see a dramatic leg to the downside if we lose current levels and we slip. So I'll be looking for some downtrending pressure, and if we can't hold this upper level and we start rejecting, I'll be looking to short this for some quick money to the downside. Tesla was not immune to the sell-off, and I still have the case for Tesla pushing towards that 260 level, and I'm still looking forward to that by the end of this week. Like everything else, I can see the case for the leg to the downside as the volume is actually a lot bigger from the profile than we are at current levels, but I still think that we have the push in Tesla, and Tesla's one of those different type of stocks where everything else is melting away and Tesla seems to bump up and rush to the upside. So it'll depend on the trend, but I'm still looking for that push to the upside and a break and to go see if we can attack that 260 area and hold those upper levels. Amazon held up pretty well during the decline coming out of the consolidation zone, but it was not immune and it did hit that rejection point at the peak, just like we've anticipated. So we're at an important part. There's not much volume covering the decline, but at lower levels, we have increased volume, which I like Amazon to go down and hit those lower levels. So I'm definitely bearish on this one for the push down, finding support, and then we can start getting our bounce back. Google was interesting because it was one of the very few stocks that actually ended up green because of finding a suitcase or some sort of resolution to their current case that they have. And so we'll be looking for this one to probably fluctuate a little bit. But what's interesting about some of these, once you actually have something that's set in stone as far as a deal made, you usually, now that you know what's going on, the ticker will usually see a little bit of an influx, specifically if it's one of those forever stocks or institutional stocks. You'll probably see a little bit of influx into it, but I still wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of selling pressure coming just from general market selling if we keep the slide going on a broader spectrum. I've been telling you guys for a while the short case on Apple, and I even published some TA and DD inside of my Discord on my short case scenarios, so I'm definitely still bearish on this one. Now, is Apple a forever stock? Yeah, absolutely. But coming out of the current levels here, I just see the case to the downside pressure before we can make that button push to the upside. We got to go test these levels, see if we're truly ready to go hit above the 200s on Apple and hold those upper levels. So I think we want to go ahead and get this to lower levels so we get more institutional buy-in, and then we start our next ascent up to above 200, where we'll start to hold those levels and stay there for a while. So Nike will be one to watch. Earnings are tomorrow after the bell. I think Nike will be one of those that will go into earnings, and we might even see a little bit of a decline as we're anticipating earnings, but I don't want people to get overexcited. Just looking at the previous chart, man, we ran extremely hard. I think all that running was already baked into this, and I think this gives a perfect opportunity for a little bit of run into earnings and some sell-off based off of just some international pressures that go along with overall shipping, logistics, and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to call it right now, and I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and do an earnings lotto on Nike, and we're going to go to the short side of the house.
All right, team, that's a wrap. Check out TWR's platform and come get some. Start your week off strong and join one of TWR's alerting and signaling platforms. We have truly something for everyone. Penny stock markets, we have you covered. If you like alerts via text message, you can join the text message platform. Our instant message platform offers you the real-time entry and exit alerts, plus access to TA and DD bots, but without the overwhelmingness that some of the more aggressive platforms have, siphoning through hundreds of channels. We conveniently put all of this into 2 channels, an alerting channel and a chatting channel. And of course, our flagship, the Discord platform, is the one-stop shop, the everything platform where you have hundreds of channels that give you everything from real-time entry and exit reports, the algo signals, the research and learning lab, the professional chat floors. I mean, it is a true platform with something for everyone, every style, or every single budget. Definitely one-of-a-kind platform, and TWR is a different kind of beast. You can also gain access into the TWR trading clubs right on our TWR storefront. Now all of the clubs for 2023 are closed. However, we will be adding new clubs coming into 2024, so make sure you check our platform regularly so that you can sign up early and get your slots secured. All the links are in the description, or you can go directly to the website right there and get spun up on all the information. Remember, scared money don't make money. You got to have a plan and a strategy. Got to be able to control your emotions. Stay calm, cool, and collected. And as always, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war.
In the traders war room, warring with the market every day. We on Zoom. Never gonna quit, ain't no way we gonna lose. I done made a profit and it's way before noon. Way to go, dude, come and learn how to trade stocks. We rentless with the attack when this thing pop. We market warriors and we can share the same pot. I woke up and went to war in my tank top. Thanks, Pops, he a analyst, a veteran. And we ain't hating on them other dudes, we better than. I was down and then I learned about leveraging. And after that, I ain't never went red again. Green, right, it ain't bad, it just seemed like something wrong with you if you say we ain't tight. Get in and get out before you think twice. Let's have a toast, you bring the drinks and I'll bring ice. Defeat's nice in the traders war room. What you wanna do in the traders war room?